allow us to reintroduce ourselves. We are the mob. Memphis Over Bull live. We back on our streets. We back doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? Hot Thizzle. Every Wednesday. You already know, every Wednesday evening, man, we bringing it for the city. Rebuilding the city, getting back control of things. Got the phone line open. Got the chat mob back with me. So in this episode, we're gonna talk about segregation. Is it time to separate the herd or separate from others who mean us no good? Everyone can't come. Everyone can't come. I'm teaching and I'm preaching and I'm standing by that. Also, I asked the AI, what is the problem with Memphis? And you'll be shocked as to what the AI told me, you are. The AI, it's artificial intelligence, but we're not using our natural intelligence, so be it. But anyway, that and Cinco de Memphis. Cinco de Memphis. What are we doing in Memphis? I'll touch on that first. Pay respect to the OGs, to the city. His intro on Memphis Over Bull live. You gotta love the intro. You gotta love your city, right? Like I do. Chat mob in the building. Let's get it, man. We back. We doing what we gotta do, right? Custodian of the city, Mr. Clean Up. The broccoli you don't want, but the broccoli you need. Right? Have a purpose here, but let's get to it, right? So, St. George, Louisiana. I suggest we take back our city, right? But in a different way than everyone's talking, than you're used to hearing. We cannot fix what is already written and already been done and already been here, presented to us. This is something that's a lot bigger than that we can just fix, right? So I suggest a restart, a fresh start. And it's not just a suggestion or a solution, rather. We have proof of it happening. Yes. As though it's not melanated people that did it, they are U.S. citizens. And that's something we have to understand, that most of these things in America, in the world, in this universe, are just tools. And the determining factor is you and what you choose to do with that tool. See, I got the phone line open right now because I would love to hear from anybody that would disagree with this or want to add to this. So call me. Holler at me in the chat mob. They watching. I'm listening. I'm here. But anyway, so it's time to create our own district. We have to segregate Memphis. Everyone can't come. You know, hey, they created honors class for a reason. I'm sure someone said, what about my kid? Hey, not an honor student. We're going to separate the herd. for a reason, right? Everything in this place and a place for everything. That's what I'm preaching, right? So going to that, St. George, Louisiana. Now, this is good because it's not us. It's not what we're representing in the hood, right? You get caught up in that and you miss the big picture. Wealthy white Louisiana residents went right to split from Baton Rouge and form their own city. How fortunate. Or is that what they wanted? Because in America, like I said, this is the best place to show that tools, most things are tools. The internet, the banks, loans, whatever. You know, we know discrimination happens, but we can't let that stop us from doing. We still gotta do what we gotta do. Right? We know the police may pull us over, but whatever reason, you still gotta go to work. The same mentality is what I'm saying with this, right? Can't let that stop you because somebody doesn't like you because of how you look or, you know, whatever, or where you come from. Hey, that's an excuse to me, bro. Get over it. Pick it up, keep it moving. Anyway, wealthy white Louisiana residents went right to split from Baton Rouge and form their own city. Now, the New York Post is playing the race card. They want you to focus on wealthy white. Oh, wealthy white people are leaving us. Oh, let them go. Good. We should do the same thing and figure out what they did to separate from the pack because they're leaving a black city. Oh, you feel so bad. Oh, you want to separate from our people. The dumbasses. I would love to. We need an honors class for Memphians. Right? If you want to do better, we're going to create the environment because this is America. The Constitution is a tool. The laws are tools. Are you going to use them or are you going to cry about them? And it's crazy that Baton Rouge, like Memphis, is a predominantly black city, right? And they're upset. Everyone is saying, oh, they're so racist. They're leaving us again. How long are we going to complain about that before we make our own? So this is what Wikipedia says about St. George. St. George is very new. They haven't been around for a decade. But they'll talk about this in the video we're going to play. But listen, the incorporation effort of St. George began with the goal of creating a new school district independent of the East Baton Rouge parish school system. So the New York Post made this race-based, but this was really based off of them wanting a better education system for their children. Those monsters. That's to throw you off so you won't use it. Just like I don't give a damn about what you're saying about me being for this, because I know what I'm doing. You probably don't even know what you're talking about. Not you specifically. I'm talking about the person that's saying, oh man, what are you doing? I'm against that. You're leaving people. That's not it. That's not the purpose, bro. If you're worried about no child left behind or no people left behind, part of life. But we have to save. You know what I've been preaching since I've come here. We have to save those we can. All right, so I'm finna get to this video, right? Because like I said, they played the race card. And many people from our community are saying, oh, they're leaving us. They're gonna leave the bad books for our kids. That was the Brown versus the Board of Education. We're with them. Has it been of benefit? Have we benefit from that? Segregation, was it bad? Because if you don't do it, if it's not being enforced, it's gonna happen on its own. Even when you give people the right to go where they wanna go, they usually go with the people who they identify with. So we have to accept that and fix those who we identify with, which starts with us fixing ourselves, as always, as I always preach. Right? And we're gonna get to that little house of mirrors. Right? And we're gonna get to something Kendrick Lamar did too, since y'all love the Kendrick Lamar love to be too. You know, we doing the thing. You know, we do the music thing. But anyway, check this clip out about St. George because this is the blueprint of what I want to make Memphis. I am preaching for Cairo. Cairo, Memphis. Memphis? In Egypt. We're talking Cairo. I'll tell you why I chose that name. If you don't already, if you're woke, you know. Check this out. He explained why they did this, right? How'd they do it? Why'd they do it? And like I said, haven't used Memphis, haven't used any people of color. Our people, right? Melanated people, haven't used them. Black people. But, making my point. Not about that. Right? Check this out, though.
Andrew Morrell is an attorney and spokesperson for St. George. Thank you for being with us. Appreciate it. Well, this is getting a lot of attention. I'm reading about it everywhere. I know you've been very busy doing interviews. I think, first of all, I want to make clear, you say the city did not split away from Baton Rouge, but you incorporated a new city. What's the difference?
Well, for the last 60, 70 years, our area in East Baton Rouge Parish has been an unincorporated area, meaning our tax dollars are taken from our area and put in the East Baton Rouge Parish General Fund.
All right, so you hear that, right? So wealthy white people are leaving. No. Upset taxpayers, fed up citizens who are sick of what's going on in Baton Rouge, which is a Democratic city, right? So they're a Republican party. All right, I don't give a damn about that. Y'all know me. But in my plan, we have a grassroots organization that's for our people. And mine is quite smaller than theirs. Anyway, they're pretty much taking up half of Baton Rouge, if I'm not mistaken. Check this out. Listen to what he says. Use your rights.
Now, a parish is our Louisiana way of saying a county. We've never been a city before. We're no different than any other area where people have come together and voted to form their own city. So that's all we did, was exercise our constitutional rights to form a city, to vote, and to self-govern.
What do you say? What do you say? See what I'm saying?
We're coming to get our check.
That's it. We coming to get our check, bro. That's it. Right? That's all we want is the bread and using our rights. It's not racially motivated. I have no problem, even if it is. I don't give a damn what they doing over there. I just want my own. It's like when I look at a car. I don't care what's inside of your car to know that I want my own. I just want my own vehicle. I don't need to care what's in your trunk, what's in your glove compartment. I just want my own. Right? Check this out. Check this out, though. I'll keep playing it because this is, say it one more time. What we doing?
We're coming to get our check.
Let's get it. Right? Let's get the check. Right? That's all we need is that paper. Check this out.
But it stirred up a lot.
Oh, take the back.
So that's all we did, was exercise our constitutional rights to form a city, to vote, and to self-govern.
But it stirred up a lot of talk. And I think the one being, and I want you to clarify this, is this was a racist move, that most of the people in St. George are white, most of the people in Baton Rouge are black.
See how the media plays that? No, most of the people are smart and fed up. See, you're playing this card about, oh, you're a wealthy white man. Those are who his friends are. He should. I don't mind him looking out for his own. See, when you have this mentality of trying to improve yourself and improve those who identify as self, I don't mind that. I learn from that. Only people that are mad are the people that are unaware who are holding us back. They're holding us back by complaining about what white men are doing to improve their community. Why aren't you improving yours? That's the only issue. That you're not doing the same thing. I hear about what the Mexican community is doing, and we're going to get to Cinco de Memphis in a minute. I hear about what the Asian community is doing. I hear about what white men are doing. What you doing? You using your rights and your tools. Just like I'm using this platform right now. There are people preaching against what we're doing on YouTube, on Facebook, but I'm preaching for us. It's the only thing I'm focusing on.
Was this racist? Address that criticism.
No, it's a divisive narrative that's created for people not to look beyond the surface of the issue. The issue was we have high taxes, we have high crime, we have one of the worst education systems in a country, state ranked dead last in education, and we want more opportunities. And citizens have been fleeing our parish for decades now. We're declining in population.
Is this Memphis? Did you hear that? Well, like, you're mad at us for wanting to leave because we have poverty, we're low in poverty, we're low in education, we're low in high in ranking in crime. And you're thinking that this is racially motivated. You're gonna play that card instead of realizing that this is all about me wanting better for mine. And I don't wanna leave the area where my family is from that has a history. So what do? We purge. Sounds just like Memphis to me too, bro. Sounds identical. Ain't nobody listening. Oh, he's a white man. That's their plan. I need our own plan. No, you need to know that this world is about tools. It's about you and how you use those tools and resources.
Our effort was to stay in the parish and save the parish. We're not leaving. We're actually trying to make our parish better.
And for 10 years, there was this back and forth. And could no one just come to a compromise? I mean, where did those discussions go to remain, but to make it better for all?
Well, we had asked repeatedly for meetings, for compromises, to work together. And we were met with ridicule. We were met with hate and anger and a lot of vitriol. And a lot of these surface level issues would be thrown out into the media to kind of stir up that divisiveness. We've always asked to work together. We've just been met with hostility the entire time. So if we don't have representation, we went to form our own representation, and that's where City of St. George came from.
Did you not hear that? Can I get? And hey, let the church say amen.
We are coming to get our check.
We just got fed up. We just wanted to do our own thing. This is where the idea came from. See that? You hear that? It's all about this. Nobody, you know who was complaining? Our people. They're racist. Look at that. The population. I think they were mad about the population being 65% white when they came and presented the idea of St. George to the governor. But they were like, oh, well, then it got whiter. Who cares, bro? Because see, that's fine when you're on the opposite side of it. But when I do it with my people, I be damned if somebody comes to tell me that, okay, look, Cairo, Tennessee is too melanated. And we need more diversity. Oh, we need this community. We need these kind of people. No, you can't tell me that. That's fine. So you got to think about what your play is and how that same play can be used against you that you're playing. I'm all about my city and my people. I know what my mission is. I know what it is. But anyway, let's continue the video. I just want to let y'all know we come to get our check.
So as St. George moves towards becoming its own city incorporating, leaders are now demanding that the city parish pay back the taxes St. George residents paid to East Baton Rouge and that parish's government. Where does that fight stand?
Well, that's going to be part of the negotiating process moving forward. As we transfer services from East Baton Rouge Parish to the city of St. George, that will be part of the negotiating process. What was clear from the Louisiana Supreme Court ruling was that we've been subsidizing the city of Baton Rouge with our tax dollars for a very long time now.
And creating a city, incorporating a city, there are some challenges to this. One, you guys have wanted a school in St. George for a long time, dating back 10 years. Where does that stand right now? And what are other things you need to become an incorporated city?
All right, well, with the school system, that is a process we will take on later on. Right now, the sole focus and onus is on standing up the city. You've got a lot to do. You know, while it is a challenge, it's also one of those amazing times in our history where we get to be a part of building a city from scratch, from the ground up.
You see what I'm saying? This is innovative. When you like to be a part of rebuilding the city, finding a district, claiming it on our own. and being over the government. Something small, right? We don't have to have half of Memphis, right? Just a portion of Memphis for the enlightened. We have our own police department. We have our own mayor. We have our own system of doing things. It's not even as traditional as other governing bodies of other cities. But we do follow the Constitution, right? We understand that it's a tool that we're going to use for our own and like-minded. See, not about how people look, it's all about how they think. In little Cairo, right across from there, right by the water. I know, see, I already know YouTube ain't gonna send this out to the people that need to hear it, but if you hearing this, I know you feeling it. I know you like wondering, like, why doesn't he have 8,000, 100,000 subscribers? Anyway, but yeah, so that's the goal, bro. This is, man, this is just, so many light bulbs went out. Anyway.
You can look at the mistakes that other cities make and look at some of the positives that newer cities are making and put those into our city and make sure that we do it right the first time. You know, it's hard to create a city that's 200 years old. We get a chance to create a city that's less than a week old.
It's a shared burden, right? Taking care.
What a dream. If Martin Luther King could come back and update his dream, I'm telling you, this is what the dream would be. A new city from scratch, because they're not giving us Memphis back. You're not getting this. You're not getting the mines. You're not getting the land. You're not getting schools. That's all already planned out. What we have to do, this is an offset. This is a plan. They wouldn't see this coming because they're used to you complaining about, oh, crime, so bad. Oh, the education is so bad. They're used to you complaining. What they're not used to is you taking action and separating the herd, or separating from the herd, rather.
Of a community, and now Baton Rouge is left with a $53 million budget shortfall. Are there some hard feelings? Do folks feel a little bad that Baton Rouge is left in this situation because St. George incorporates?
What?
I just want to show that is a large portion of Baton Rouge. We don't need that much though. Starting out, they've been around for a little longer. They've been around, I think, 10 years, 15 years. Maybe. 53
million is another misnomer thrown out by the opposition. What they don't tell you is we're taking all of the expenses that used to run and operate the city of St. George with us. Again, as the Louisiana Supreme Court correctly noted, it's not 53 million we're taking. It's 53 million minus whatever the cost of our expenses would have been. So it's not just 53 million. It's a much smaller number than that. And the fact that there is a number that would be taking smaller than 53 million is another sign that St. George has been paying taxes into Baton Rouge for services we don't receive for a very long time.
I'd be curious, Andrew, in a year or two, check back in with you and see the impact on the population there, as we've seen it change over the last 10 years. Come back and talk to us. It's an interesting topic, and I think other cities may be looking at what you all did for good, for right or wrong.
Right or wrong.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Okay.
All the right reasons, lady. All the right reasons. What? Nothing wrong with that. You have to separate. That's like, you have your formal wear, you got your street wear, you got your sleep wear, you got outfits for every occasion. You don't put everything on the same menu in the same store in the same department. The people that I talk to don't really mix well with what's going on mentally. They don't mind. They don't mind. But you see, those of you that doubt, someone may say, oh, those are rich, wealthy white men. We have so many resources. The amount of wealthy Black people in Memphis, you don't even understand. Yeah, they don't use it, right? So anyway, I want to get to this. So you know what my plan is for Cairo, right? And I'll show y'all, let me show y'all this too. Show you this. why I chose Cairo. We know the super smart guys in here. Then the woke society, the woke brothers, they already know why I chose Cairo. But let's see. All right, so you can show you why. We all know Memphis. There we go. Go to this. You see that? Memphis and Cairo. Right next to each other. Neighboring cities in Egypt, right? There's a Cairo, but I noticed this. I looked this up too. Look at this. Cairo. There's already a city named Cairo, right? In Illinois, it's in America. It's in southern Illinois. And look at the first picture that comes up. A rundown town. Right? But this is why I chose. All right. Cairo, Illinois is the southernmost city in Illinois. A river city. Cairo has the lowest elevation of any city in Illinois. It's the only Illinois city to be surrounded by levees. Okay. It is in the river cross area of southern Illinois known as Little Egypt. Hey, you know what? The homage being paid to the ancestors it always amazes me. For which the city is named after Egypt's capital on the Nile. Okay. So, but yeah, that's why I called it Cairo. Now, where should we put Cairo? Where would be available? I was thinking Raleigh. Because Raleigh is so like away from everybody else, right? We want to be away from everybody. We want, like we said, we want our own police department, we want our own like chief of police, our own mayor. See, you remember when I first started, I went to the town hall meeting in Germantown. And I was like, damn, Germantown has everything? Germantown has a mayor? How did they get there? That's how they did it. It was just before my time. The same way St. George was created. That's how you get these districts where they have their own mayor in their own town. Now try that in a small town. So, are you with me? You can stay here. You can rebuild somewhere what you want. If you build it, they'll come. Not about getting away or running from your own. It's about running with your own and thinking like your own, like-minded people. We're getting off the physical and the surface. We're getting off of that, bro. Because they look like you don't mean they're you. I need to see where your mind is. They selling that. They boxed up people that look just like us. You already know that was already part of the plan. Make them look just like us and put a damn fool in front of you who you identify with. You like, oh, that's me. I'm gonna be a damn fool too. Nah, you ain't getting us with that no more. We don't identify with anything on the surface. You already know. So, all right, we move along. I love that St. George, man. I'm telling you, I tell somebody at the water cooler about Cairo. Anyway, little Cairo on the way. I ain't gonna be the mayor. I'm still gonna be doing the mob, but Cairo radio. All right, so I asked AI, what are the top social issues facing Memphis? And it amazed me as to what the AI said. The AI told me this.
Get dope out your vein and hope in your brain. You'll never get nowhere smoking the pipe.
I said, amen. That's what the AI said. Nah, seriously. JA exclusive. What's up, brother? But yeah, so I asked the AI, what are the top social issues facing Memphis. Because the AI wouldn't lie, would it? And I was amazed. Things I already knew, but it's very difficult to argue with a robot. So, here we go. I use the meta on Facebook. Just like I said about everything in this world. I know some of you hate AI. Man, the AI, what are you doing? That's the devil. That's the devil. No, fear's the devil. I don't fear artificial intelligence. I have natural God-given intelligence, brother. It overcomes all. It overcomes all. So I use this tool to my advantage to uplift myself, and by uplifting myself, I uplift my people. But anyway, let me continue. What are the top social issues facing Memphis, Mr. Meta AI, Facebook? Tell me. And the AI looked me in my AI told. Some of the top social issues facing Memphis include education. Memphis invests less than 1% of its budget on education, with a large portion of that going to pre-K. Memphis invests less than 1% of its budget on education, with a large portion of that going to pre-K. Before kids can read, before they can add. They spend more on cookies, apple juice, and Ninja Turtle than they do on actually educating the children. And you're asking me why I want to make my own city and segregate and separate the herd, and separate from the pack. Because in Cairo, 1% of the budget won't go on education. And I'm not a politician. I don't know. I've been in leadership, but never not in these positions that these systems have set up. But I do understand that education is very, very important. And that's how you get what you see, what you have now. Moving on. The AI wasn't done. Said poverty, not a top social issue. Memphis has the second highest poverty rate in the nation, with nearly 1 in 4 people living below the poverty line. You knew that. I think it's higher than 100. But the AI, I'm not gonna question you, Mr. AI. So poverty, that's a problem. All right. So next was healthcare. Mental health support, and other health resources are not readily available in Memphis. So you don't have any support system. But I do think we are trying to create the resources. That's what the mob is, one of those resources for mental health. But gotta get it out here more. We gotta get a little bit more out there for those. So people that are reaching out for help can have these platforms and understand that the struggle and the battle is always from within. All right, so now this is the one that the AI kind of blew me away. Economic inequality. The median income for Black families in Memphis is half that of white families. Right? We reported that. Black families have 6 pennies for every $1 white families have. Let's read that. Black families have 6 pennies for every $1 that white families have. How do you fix that? There is no fix for that. There is no fix for that. And I'm not depressed. I'm not saying we're doomed. I'm saying you have to start. Sometimes you have to just start from scratch. Just erase it all. This was too well executed. They're spending 1% of the budget on education, and that 1% goes to kids that are under the age of 4 years old. All right, so that leaves, make them as dumb as possible. Now, also, we have no kind of solutions for poverty. So you're poor and you're uneducated. What a cycle. That's why I also say we have to educate our own children. You depend on the Memphis school system, and look what you have. And see, this goes back to St. George separating from Baton Rouge. St. George separated because they wanted a better education system, a better education program for their kids. This is enough reason. Is this enough? Do you all want to go to Cairo now or build Cairo with me? Wouldn't that be cool? And it's a nod to the ancestors that we did. I don't know who named Memphis. It wasn't now for them to be using that. They've been stealing from us for a long time, y'all. What you doing naming something in America after something in Egypt? And look at how you treat the people that look like the people from Egypt. But we don't get in there. We don't complain, right? We just know. Just recognize and use it to our advantage, right? It's fuel to the fire. All right. So I ain't gonna hold y'all. I know y'all don't want to hear me. So I want to say this though. I have this. So they asked me, my partner, I was at. All right, what's the solution to fixing Memphis, right? And I was like, it's not just one thing, but if I could think of one thing. He's like, what about the guns? Put the guns down? I'm like, nah, don't put the guns down. Put the mirrors up. He's like, put the mirrors up? I'm like, yeah, put more mirrors up. It's like, what are they gonna do? Let people see behind their back? Nah. That's gonna let people see themselves. Reality is a house of mirrors. How you view yourself is how you view others and how you treat others. And most people aren't conscious of how they look. Okay. We got a call. Let's see. Yo, you are live on the mob.
Bob, can you hear me?
Hold on, let me turn you up. Let me turn you up. Yeah, I hear you. What's going on, brother? You can't hear me? Now you can hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let me give you a little bit more volume, though. Hold up. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I already know who this is. This is my brother. What's up, Dave? What's up, man?
I'm good. Everything's love.
What's up, brother? It'd be great to hear from you. Hold on, I gotta get you because I know you got it. Give me 1 second.
Well, I like the message. Okay, tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm about to now. It's gonna be. What's my? Okay. Say something right now, Dave.
1, 2, 1, 2.
There we go.
Can you hear me better?
Oh yeah, you crystal now, brother. All right.
Okay, I got you on this. Coming in hot.
All right.
Yeah, I like what you're doing tonight. I think you're on the something.
Hold up. Did I drop you there?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, cool. I ain't want my bad. All right. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. Touch on, because I wanted to bring you on. I got to bring you on for another interview, but this is perfect anyway, guys. I love to hear what you feel about what I'm touching on.
Glad. Yeah. So you was asking a question, I believe, about Cairo, and I think the thing you said is those who are awake know that, and those who don't are not awake, which is not a riddle. So you hit the top things. You're talking about drugs, you're talking about economics, you're talking about education. We've heard that story and seen that movie over and over. Every official or every so-called person that runs for these offices talk about the same thing we just discussed. Changing it, crime. I'm going to make it better. And here we are in 2024, and we got the highest crime rate still, so the change is yet to take place. We are our own saviors, and we are our own worst enemies. So we're talking about a double-edged sword. I think that you first, I don't think education is the answer, because again, as you stated, we're spending so much money on the 1 through 4 year olds to the point to where we're not really addressing the creators of the 4 year olds.
Right.
If they don't seem to think it's important, and me and you do, we just spinning our wheels in the mud.
Exactly.
And for every child that we want to try to make into what you and I are talking about, to make the community better, to make the city of Memphis better, to make the state of Tennessee better, there's only one being produced for every 10 that is not being worked with. So it's 10 to 1. So the numbers are also going to beat us. So we have to have a unified effort, or what we call UNITY, which we don't have anymore for whatever reason, unity. And we have to work on one common goal. But as you stated, I like the Baton Rouge, the St. George's, because they're using the tools, which is the law, the Constitution. Otherwise, they couldn't do what they do. But we can't read, we don't understand the Constitution, or don't want to understand the Constitution. But we do drink, we do buy Nikes, we do buy hair.
More than anybody. We spend more than anybody.
So that 6%, that 6 cents in every dollar you talked about, we must have a whole lot of 6 cents. Because I see a whole lot of weave in the street from people fighting, and I see tennis shoes, and I see eyelashes and booties getting bigger. And so I keep hearing we ain't got no money, but I keep seeing it's a lot of money around here.
That's what I'm touching on too in the last story. Cinco de Memphis. Right. Yeah, I see
So I
it.
think we have to start with that, with the economics base. That's something Dr. Claude Anderson talked about in the 60s, when Martin Malcolm was talking about something different. He was saying, why are we segregating when we already got cabs, we already got buses, we already got doctors in the neighborhood, we already got lawyers? Why are we trying to do that? Well, all we need to do is just keep doing what we're doing.
Right.
But nobody was listening to him, and we were derailed in a way to where now we are here. And we have to have some replacement to try to do what you're talking about, not what they're talking about.
Right. Because we always want to focus on, like, having a problem with it. We can learn from it. Let's do this. Let's learn from it. Use these resources. Like, let's make Cairo. I love that you're in full supporter, because I know you have so much insight. But you see what I mean about that district that's how Germantown was created. When I went to that town hall meeting, they had everything. And it was a smaller unit, which is easier to control than big Memphis, but it already got an agenda that's clearly being pushed. So we need to control the agenda from the beginning, like the guy in the video says, like, it's easier. We got all these other examples of newer cities that are making it, and we just use that information for our own benefit. That's all I'm saying.
And I think one of the ways that you can use your platform is, again, ask for people that would be willing to at least thumbs up or sign something saying that's the effort we want to walk toward or go toward, and then we can see the number of people who are hearing you, who are saying, hey, I agree with you, my brother. I think we need to do something different. Not trying to tell the mayor or any of these dignitaries of the city of Memphis to change anything. We just trying to do something to help ourselves and quit depending on y'all, because y'all obviously have a lot more on y'all plate than we understand, because not much is changing for us.
Right.
You kind of get what I'm saying? I like governing. I like governing myself. Why do I need you to govern me? All somebody need governors, inmates. They put them to bed and wake them up. So you trying to tell me the folks in the city of Memphis need to be governed like inmates?
Not the people we're talking about. Not the ones we're trying to help. Not the like-minded people like ourselves. We don't need that. We just want peace.
You know? So I just wanted to add that little insight, and you know, maybe you and I and a couple of others can maybe form some type of group. And I don't like to say that we want to tell someone they're the head. This is a unity. This is a tribal existence. This is a elder board. Everybody say or has a say, so that we don't have to say that someone is the head and they kill the head. Now we don't have no leader again.
We've seen that before. We've seen it time and time again. That's always being used against us. That's why I'm just like, this is for us. I know people, like even yourself, with all the experience you got, I know, see, we're going to need fire department, police, all of this stuff. You know stuff that, and you care about the community firsthand. So we got to, how could I not listen to you about this? We need your insight, right? So, yeah,
well,
that's...
you know, I'm always willing to help whatever way I can. I definitely think are a little bit different from most. I personally think that we can solve a lot of this crime by all these folks, these so-called hustlers, when they get into certain incidents, why don't y'all let the incident play out? When it ends, we don't have to worry about that individual getting bailed or bond out and going to kill the shining star, the talented 10, because the judge or the lawyer, whoever we want to deem as at fault that never seems to get held accountable, let them out, then they end up shooting the most brilliant minds that we have left. And then we're looking at what's wrong. Well, one of the things is the city of Memphis fire department was to let them these folks die. We don't worry about these folks. They hustlers and hustle.
Part of the streets.
Criminals.
Right, part of the game.
Folks do what they do.
Right.
And let it end. Because again, I believe if we stop responding so fast, a lot of them die. They might just say, you know what, the fire department don't respond to that kind of foolishness or nonsense any longer. Maybe we can get back to fist fighting. Y'all gotta be fist fight it out. If you ain't no punk, you go with that man one-on-one, or do you need some help?
That's the old school way.
You know, this is just one suggestion. Just one suggestion. Or you can keep doing what you're doing and looking for change. And some people say doing the same thing, expecting change, is a form of insanity. And that's what we're gonna keep doing. And maybe we are insane.
Yep. Waiting for change.
Add this and I'll close. It was the civilized people that said that these beautiful, melanated people on this continent, not the ones on the eastern continent, was supposed to be savages. And then they took and gave them the covers and then killed all the buffalo, and you know, after they saved them from the so-called winter and taught them how to take 2 fish and some corn and grow stuff, they said they were the savages. Wow. Wow.
The purging began.
You ain't seen no. I don't know. Have you seen a savage lady? They killed all the savages.
Yeah, I seen one, just not the one that they would describe. See a lot of them.
Yeah, but I'm talking about them Native Americans. I don't even know where they live either.
Right. They stole them away. Right. So, you know what happened.
Yeah, but my brother. Yeah. But just want to add a little bit to show you some love, and man, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. You know, doing something beats nothing. And these kids, they hear you, and they're gonna wake up. Keep planting these seeds. Don't be hard.
I appreciate you, brother. Means the world to me hearing you say that. And be on the lookout. I bring you back. It might, if not, a couple weeks, we're going to do the round table. We're going to have that sit down again, bring you back on, even hear even more from you, brother.
It'd be a pleasure and honor.
All right. Take it easy, brother. Appreciate you calling in.
Have a good night. Have a good night. And the people of Memphis, show more love. Love your city. And then you'll be better for it. I promise you. We got to love ourselves, but we can love anything or anybody else. There's nothing wrong with Memphis other than we don't look in the mirror and say, you know what, I sure love you. Look in that mirror, partner. But that's what
we are, man. That's it. That's it, brother. Man, much love.
Yeah. Well, have peace and blessing. I'll be talking to you in a couple of days.
All right, brother.
All right. Bye.
Good man, man. Great man. All right. That was, can't beat the high level, good, great conversations with, man. It was just the energies felt and the mindset, and hearing that phone call from that brother, man, all means a lot to me. Knowing that, because, you know, I don't really deal with the yes man. If you see me rocking with somebody, they are not that. They would tell me right now, if I'm wrong, they'll check. They're like, hey, that ain't what we do. Hey, Ryan, that ain't what we do. That ain't how we do it. They don't sound like you. That ain't what we push. What happened to this? So to know that I'm on par with what we've already talked about means the world to me. But go to this. Like I said, before we go, a couple more minutes. We were here in the House of Mirror. This is a scary place. A lot of people. Do you all understand that most people are afraid of the mirror? And I'm not talking about the man, the monster in the mirror. It looks like a, some big demon or whatever they describe. No, the monster in the mirror is you. You know how they got Candyman, Bloody Mary, and all that stuff? Don't say those names. If whatever comes out of that mirror is you. And it's scary. Reality, the quote is, reality is a house of mirrors. I don't have to say much more. None of them exist. Everyone is you, and you are everyone. Or you can focus on that you being everyone, better your life becomes. You see in this picture how those people are surrounded. It's really her. Reflection of herself. So that's the energy that you put out, is the energy you get in return. So reality is a house of mirrors. So I go back to what I said right before my good brother Dave called. You want to fix Memphis? You take the guns away? You give them more guns. No. Give them more mirrors. And this is another quote. You're concerned about the mayor. I'm concerned about the mirror. Y'all know my rap. I got them bars. All right, so remember this too, Who's your dope dealer? Hopefully the man in the mirror is your dope dealer. It's all connected. It's all connected. Now, last story of the evening, right? Told y'all. See, I don't want to hear about that we don't have the resource. So, my good people of Memphis. Yeah, I'm broke, right? So how are y'all broke? And this was you on Cinco de Mayo. Tents. On a Mexican holiday that you have no understanding of. So we've added Cinco de Mayo because I don't remember this being celebrated when I was a kid. Right? I'm 40, so that was a while ago. So, but this Cinco de Mayo has become a part of our culture, like everything else. When? You see, I was talking to a Hispanic guy. He said, hey, what is going on in this Cinco de Mayo? He said, do you know about it? Because he knows me. I'm kind of, I read up on stuff. I try to keep up with stuff. We have conversations. I love talking to people from different backgrounds and different cultures. How you learn, right? I'm like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about, man. But then he was like, I saw all of these. He really wanted to say, I saw all these black folks say happy Mexicans celebrating Cinco de Mayo. What the hell is going on? So I was like, I didn't know about this. This was before I saw the photos. I'm like, well, he's like, I saw more black people celebrating Cinco de Mayo than I see 4th of July. So I had to let them know that we don't go out on 4th of July, right? We stay in the house and celebrate, which is still dumb. We just do it. We don't do that in front of people, which we probably would if stuff was open. But, so he said, oh, okay. So y'all do that at home. Like they do. They have some kind of culture with Cinco de Mayo that they do. I don't really understand. I had another guy, Hispanic guy, try to tell me the history of it. Anyway, I always stay away from stuff like that, bro. I don't just celebrate stuff just to celebrate. I ain't perfect. I'm a part of we all have our flaws. I don't want y'all to see me at Thanksgiving dinner or something, say, look at this sellout. I'm saying, but I ain't with everything, and I ain't spending my money with everybody. Shout out to the dude that Happy Mexican. Y'all see me go down there. But I'm saying, it's not just me. Mexican guy was puzzled too as to why are so many of y'all celebrating Cinco de Mayo. It better not be now a person that rocks with the mob out there. Y'all know what we trying to do. You taking money out away from Little Cairo, Memphis, Little Cairo, Tennessee. This can't continue to go on. You know what I'm saying? We have to sell, or I tell you what, let it go on here, but it ain't happening in Cairo. That money goes back to the community because we have structure and we have like-minded people who understand that this has hurt our people in our city. Oh, and I know the owner, Happy Mexican. I know black and brown, how y'all get down. It's not a race thing, but he is here to make a profit. He was probably surprised to see all y'all out there for those frozen margaritas. But it's just, this is my point going with closing out on St. George and making our own city and separating from the pack. This is one of the reasons why I'm talking about we have resources. We had this going on. And I don't want to hear about the crime being bad. Oh man, crime bad. We need to do something. I'm afraid to go out. I don't know what to do. And when I see this, y'all ain't scared. Y'all ain't scared. Y'all ready to go get y'all a frozen margarita, right? Gotta do. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. I'm not telling you to spend. I'm not that kind of person. I know you might see me at a restaurant. Like I said, I know how y'all like to judge. Y'all kill the message. Miss the message. But we got to do better as a whole. I try not to be a part of stuff like that. That do is very, very rare. I go, it would just be me and somebody else. Small establishment. Anyway, man, think about that. Go ahead, get your IDs, get your identification, get your ideas and IDs, both of them, for Cairo. And like the good brother said, I'm going to try to get a petition and grow my following, grow this following, grow what we do here. And who knows, you could be mayor of Cairo if you go ahead and get the wheels rolling right now. Or your kids could be. Who knows? It's something to think about. That being said, I always say I love y'all. I love my city. More importantly, have a good one. I'll see y'all next Wednesday and even doper. We gone.